Open up the cemetery meet. I cannot wait for this. We got El Pantera, aka Yair Rodriguez, taking on Brian T City Ortega. And who is truly next in line? Who's truly ready to give themselves a nice new title opportunity? Is it going to be T City, who has looked absolutely amazing recently? I mean, his only hiccup recently was against Max Holloway, and that was just a beautiful performance from Max, an all-time classic fight. And fight of the night is something T City is kind of getting used to, whether it's fight of the night or performance of the night, I should say, because he's got 6 or 7 of them already on his UFC tenure. And every fight this guy's in, I mean, it seems like he's leveling up, which is crazy because he always looks amazing and somehow always gets a little bit better in each fight. So his only loss of recent, again, to Max Holloway. What are your thoughts on this one? Are you taking Yair or T City?
Yeah, this is a crazy matchup, and I feel like winner of this is probably gonna get the next title shot, to be honest. Um, and I'm feeling, Yair in this. I don't know why. I'm really feeling it. I think he's a dog. I think he's a savage, and I think he's going to actually get the finish on Ortega. With that being said, um, it doesn't surprise me why Ortega is the favorite. Doesn't surprise me if Ortega implements wrestling, takes him down, smothers him, gets a jiu-jitsu submission. I don't think Yair has really had to deal with anyone at the pedigree of grappling that Ortega has. But I think if Ortega's ego gets in the way, like Sean Strickland, he tries to stand and bang, I think Yair is gonna really piece him up and force him to grapple, try to grapple. But I think it's gonna be in the later rounds where it's just too late, kind of like Alexander Volkanovski. Like T City should have started with the grappling, started with the head chokes in the first 2 rounds, not in the fifth when it was all slippery and stuff, and he slips out of those insane chokes that he had on him. But it'll be very interesting to see what game plan Ortega uh, implements on this. But I'm just feeling Yair. I don't know why. It's gut feeling, and I think he's going to do something pretty wild this weekend.
Yeah, and you mentioned Yair stand-up. I mean, this is a guy who is a force to be reckoned with on the feet for sure. I mean, what he did to Jeremy Stevens and what he's done to a lot of his opponents has been pretty impressive from El Pantera for sure. I was impressed with Ortega. I thought that he did make some advancements in the stand-up game as well, especially demonstrated against Korean Zombie. I thought that that was a great opportunity for him to showcase how his stand-up game has improved. But do you think he's really playing with fire for as long as this thing stays standing? And is Ortega's best pathway really to get this thing to the mat? I mean, it was like a lifetime ago, but we saw Frankie Edgar. I mean, I guess that's the only wrestler or grappler that we've seen Rodriguez have to deal with, and we saw Frankie Edgar just deal with him. So, do you think that that's Ortega's best path? Get this thing to the mat, utilize that jujitsu, maybe get a TKO?
I think it is until proven otherwise. Until we've seen that Yair's a next level, defense on the wrestling or a great grappler, but we just haven't really seen him test it again. Um, but yeah, it'll just be interesting to see if he does try to go for the ground game stuff, or does Brian Ortega know and think he's the best striker and he'll just stand up and bang like he did versus Zombie. He displayed, hey, I can stand up and bang, and he did do pretty good versus Alexander Volkanovski, but you could tell the stand up was just not even close. Volkanovski's just on a whole other level. But when he got it to the ground, he started doing some slick submission attempts and had him 2 times. But once again, already beat up too much, already slippery and gassed. Couldn't finish the submissions, but he had him 2 times. So it'd be very interesting to see if he just wants to get it done, because I think he could easily ankle pick Yair, get a knee bar, get a rear naked choke in the first 2 or 3 minutes. To be honest, that's how high of a level of grappler Ortega is. But I just kind of seen it being like Strickland, where he's gonna, have it in his back pocket if he needs it. But I don't know if he's going to do it too soon or it'll be too late. That's my only worry. Um, but then again, also, like, I mean, even Tapology, everyone's saying a submission, which I personally don't even see this hitting the mat. Like, I just see this being a stand up absolute savagery brawl. But if Ortega's smart, he's going to get the quick sub and he'll get it done early and often. I just don't see it. I think this is going to be a stand up brawl, 5 rounds, and Rodriguez is going to be the winner.
Yeah, you mentioned the 68% rolling with T City. A lot of copper for that submission, which is really a testament to how Tapology views Ortega's ground game. Because Yair is not an easy guy to submit. I mean, this dude's never been submitted in his professional career. So for all of that bullishness, all of that copper for that Ortega sub, really makes me think that a lot of people are expecting that one from him. Ultimately, though, I got to roll with T City in this one. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get a finish over Rodriguez, and I like your points that like he's gonna really have to mix this thing up if he shows up specifically with a point to prove, similar to Sean Strickland, what he tried to do against Pieta and what that obviously failed. What he failed to do, like that was just not a great game plan. If he comes in with something similar, then I could see Rodriguez winning a decision, maybe even picking up a TKO finish because his stand up is simply incredible. So. I think he is flirting with fire, with playing with fire a little bit there, but I'm gonna roll with T City to have I guess, a more measured, more intelligent approach than Sean Strickland. But we'll see for sure. But I gotta roll with Ortega by decision. So, any last thoughts on this one?
No, it's a great fight. Throw in the comments who you
Great fight.
got, T City or Yair.